What is good, everybody? My name is Polo. Hope you're doing well. And today we're checking out some comedy. All right, one of the classics from the Sanford and Son show. And before I hit record, I thought of a question here, and it's getting older. You realize that there was a lot of stuff when we were younger. You shouldn't have been watching. If you have kids, then you understand that, like, whoa, and then you try to have your kids watch what you used to watch, and you be like, wait a minute, I don't think we can watch this, But I had seen it many times when I was a kid. Just kind of messes with you to a degree. But do you guys have any shows that you used to watch that you were not supposed to be watching back when you were a kid? For those who grew up in the sitcom era, I'm going to assume that anyone that grew up in the cell phone era, they probably saw something they weren't supposed to see as soon as they got a cell phone within the first couple of years of having the phone. That's just going to happen, in my opinion, if you give a kid a phone with all the information they have access to. But, so I think it's still, I guess I'm saying nothing's changed. But anyways, today we're checking out compilation funniest Fred moments, Sanford and Son. Before we get started, if you like this type of content, do me a big favor and like the video. If you want to stay up to date whenever I post, subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right. Let's go ahead and get right into this one.
What we gonna do, eat now?
Fred's such a genius. Before he even says anything, his expressions are, I think the first time I seen Fred Sanford do an interview, you know what I mean? Like, and how he is nothing like the character he plays really speaks to his talent, but the expression on his face when he's sitting down is funny before he even says a word. I mean, his timing was just impeccable. Look at his face.
What we gonna do, eat now?
This is just a little protection. The dentist will be with you in just a moment.
Did you hear that? Just for protection, it's for blood.
Right.
It is now. It is. See, they butcher your mouth, then you lean over here and bleed in this thing. And when it's finished draining out you, there you are, dead.
Oh,
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
I know where this is going. Well, I don't remember this episode. I know that he's probably about to say something racist.
There you are, dead.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
I'm dead.
Oh, man.
There you go, Mr. Sanford.
You got to forgive me. I know I'm going to sound old, but that's why I'm not impressed with the comedy today, like the Drewskis, and no disrespect to, or the entertainers. I show speed. Well, I get it, but I'm used to this level of talent in terms of entertaining. I know those are different genres in terms of this is being comedy, but like when I see what people are entertained by today versus what we were entertained by, and I was watching this show when I was a little kid, and was cracking up, man.
All right, now, Mr. Sanford, if you will open, please.
Listen, Doc, wait a minute. My tooth don't hurt no more. Honest. My tooth don't hurt no more.
Well, let's have a little look anyway. Open, please.
You the dentist here, huh?
Yes, I am. Will you open, please?
How long you been a dentist?
Well, quite some time.
Did you go to school or take a correspondence
Here it
course?
comes. I knew it. I felt it. I felt it. Just knowing how Fred is.
Sir, you have to forgive my father, doctor. He's a little nervous.
Lamont.
I understand. But, Mr. Sanford, in order for me to know what I have to know so I can get down to business, you will have to open.
Well, until I know what I have to know, the business stays closed.
All right.
Oh,
I think
man.
I know what your problem is, Mr. Sanford. Excuse me, please.
What is wrong with you?
Here it
You
comes.
just insulted that man. Now, he's obviously a qualified dentist, or he wouldn't be here with the title doctor. Now, I'm ashamed of you.
Yeah, I don't think DEI existed then, or I don't know when it started.
What
But
is
DEI to be becoming a dentist will be some wild business. Imagine a dentist that doesn't know what they're doing, yanking your teeth out.
wrong with you? You just insulted that man. Now, he's obviously a qualified dentist, or he wouldn't be here with the title doctor. Now, I'm ashamed of you, Pop.
Okay, you got the shame, he got the title, but this is my mouth.
Right.
If you don't want to get your tooth fixed, get up and leave.
Okay,
Right.
I will leave here. I don't need this.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Aha! Here we go.
Excuse me a minute while I wash up.
See the difference between him and that other guy right away?
The boldness of these jokes are just mind-blowing, but I love how unfiltered the show was. Okay, it made for the best TV. One of the craziest things I saw in terms of like a lot of the comedy sitcoms we used to watch back in the day. I mean, I've seen everything from Three's Company to what are some old shows? You guys help me out in the comment section. What did you love to watch back in the day in terms of your favorite comedy sitcoms? Okay. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be watching this, but I didn't even get some of the messaging in this until I got older, as far as like Fred, like not trusting that a black guy could do it better than a white guy.
Wash up.
See the difference between him and that other guy right away?
Yeah, it's like night and day.
Here's another interesting fact. Night and Day's good. Is my favorite show for most of my life was Martin. Okay. And then I think once I hit my 30s, it switched to Seinfeld. Okay, by far. You know, I love Martin, still in my top 5. But Seinfeld was my all-time. The writing, the acting, just genius.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, see, he's over there washing his hands. I like that. And listen, humming and singing. Happy and humming.
Well, now,
Until he pull out that needle.
Mr. Sanford, let's have a look and see what the problem is.
Anything you say, Doc. Say, listen, I bet your father's a dentist too, ain't he? Where y'all go to school, Harvard?
No, my father's not a dentist. He's an electrician. Actually, I got started in dentistry through a correspondence course. Oh, I say I got started that way. Then, of course, I went on to a university.
Oh, and then you went to Harvard.
No, I went to night school at City College. Open, please. That's ugly.
This is a beautiful way of not being preachy about the message that they're trying to send here in terms of, the old cliche, not judging a book by its cover. So that's, it wasn't pushy, but it's a lesson he needed to learn because the black guy in this case might have been more qualified.
That's ugly. Mr. Sanford, this is a little more complicated than I thought. Would you excuse me a minute? I want to check this out very carefully.
Well, you happy with that, Joker? He sounds terrific, City College at night.
Oh, you heard him. You heard him, didn't you? He's going to check it out. Business. These people all business.
I don't care anymore, Pop. I just want to get this over with and get out of here.
Mr. Sanford, that tooth is in a tricky position, and you should be in the best possible hands. I've asked Dr. Rogers to take over. He's the head of oral surgery.
Here we go. Oh, yeah, we see where this is going. Oh. He's not going to be gentle.
Hello, brother.
Hey, you got to give it to Fred. Fred's a genius. Just a few words, and he's just hilarious.
Hello, brother.
Oh, man.
Now, Mr. Sanford, if you'll open your mouth nice and wide so I can get your foot out first.
Ooh.
Hey, Fred. Is that allowed?
This is a random thought I had. Okay. Married with Children is also one of my favorite comedy sitcoms of all time. And I haven't even seen every episode because they have so many seasons. But I read in the comments that the writers for that show were all women. All right. And my question is, what happened to comedy then? Because, you know, there's a big narrative now that most female comedians are not funny. Okay. But back in that era, they had that's one of the funniest, you know, another well-written show in my opinion, you know, just from an average Joe. But yeah, love it. Top 5. But now you don't really see that as much these days. It's rare to find, in my opinion, a really funny female comedian.
That TV ago, I can't hear nothing.
You want to make it louder? Do like this.
Well, can't you turn the sound up?
It's up as high as it'll go now.
And look at that picture. There's 2 Humphrey Bogarts. Well, look here. Can't you fix it? Look, there's some knobs on here where you can fix the picture and the sound. Look, tell me what to do. I'll fix it.
See him knob back there, and one of them said volume control.
Yeah?
And there's 2 more, horizontal hold and vertical hold. And down below, 2 knobs said brightness, and one says fine tuning.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is I've definitely lived in homes with TVs this old with all those things on it. You know, like I grew up in the 80s, and I'm pretty sure this was past that tech. Even though, you know, his house always, if you have OCD, the background probably drives you crazy. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't think I do. But where was I going with this? Where you want here?
Down below, and there's 2
the
more.
TV. Okay, yeah, with the TV. We used to, if you were a kid from the 80s, we had to be the remote control. Like if your parents said change the channel, you had to get up, and sometimes the TV might have the pliers on it, that whole thing. So I grew up with a little bit of this era. Some of the stuff in here looks very familiar, you know, because, you know, we had a lot of secondhand stuff.
Horizontal hold and vertical hold. And down below, 2 knobs said brightness, and one says fine tuning.
Yeah.
Forget about all of them. And just hit it on the side with your fist.
That was the first thing I thought of. I was like, why didn't he tap it first? What is all that other stuff? Oh, great joke.
Oh, 2 knobs said brightness, and one says fine tuning.
Yeah.
Forget about all of them. And just hit it on the side with your fist.
That's universal for everything.
Go ahead and hit it once.
Bam. Oh, no, that's not good
Once, Melvin. You can't fix
That
nothing.
ain't good enough. That hit on the
Now
side.
look at it. There's 4 Humphrey Bogarts and 6 Lauren Bacall. Now this is supposed to be a love scene. Look like they're playing basketball. See? And now watch me. All you gotta do is just tap it.
That's a cold ass cardigan.
Well, guess this set had it.
Hey, listen, Fred, why don't you ask your son to buy you a new TV?
He said we couldn't afford it. Said other things came first.
Like what?
Like if he was in an accident with the truck, he would need all the money while he spent that time in the hospital.
Yeah, while he's in hospital, you here all alone without a TV.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask him to buy you a set?
Yeah.
In color, with a big screen. You know, on that remote control. See, all you got to do is move your thumb. Never get up out your chair. Just use your thumb.
Yeah. And after sitting around all evening drinking beer, that'll be about all you can lift is your thumb. I better clean up this place now before Lamont gets home. He'll never find them.
Hey, Fred, you remember Arthur Matthews?
Oh, the fellow with the ugly wife.
Oh, man.
Right, she put the U in ugly.
I don't like to talk about nobody, but she looked like the part of the Polaroid that you tear off.
Hey, nobody could roast like Red Fox, man. Just good, man. And then I heard him in an interview, and he speaks so different. Same thing for Vin Rames. I was like, wow, there's nothing like any of the characters that they played. Highly intelligent, and just the comedy purists, all right, just beautiful.
But here's the thing. See, Arthur's ugly, too.
That's true.
Yeah, but his son gave them a big color TV. Now they don't have to look at each other anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell Lamont I want me a new TV.
Right, enjoy life. After all, how long you gonna be here?
Well, my lease ain't up till August.
No, I mean enjoy life. After all, enjoy some of the things that's gonna be around.
You're right, Melvin. I'm gonna come right on out and say, I want a new TV.
Hey, Melvin. Hey, Pop. Listen, I got a surprise for you.
I want a new TV.
No.
What?
I want a new TV, and I'm not taking no for an answer.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a new TV with the big screen and remote control and color.
Oh man.
Well, listen, I already told you we can't afford a new television, and I'm not.
I love how Lamont is is really the dad of the show. Fred is immature and always doing things he's not supposed to do. It's a great dynamic.
Spending my hard-earned money so you can sit around here all day with your buddy, watching TV and drinking beer.
Well, I guess I better be going.
Stay, Melvin. You can't be throwing my friends out the house.
What are you talking about throwing him out? Melvin was leaving, so let him leave. Goodbye, Melvin.
Stay, Melvin.
Melvin.
This is my house. I got something to say, too.
Well, I think you better say goodbye. Your friend is leaving.
Don't move, Melvin. Come on back in here.
Melvin, if you want to go, go.
Stay, Melvin.
Go,
They
Melvin.
put Melvin in an awkward spot.
No, Melvin.
Listen, you guys figure it out, and I'll see you later.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to point out some of the safety features of
Damn, those are the roomiest looking planes. Look at all that leg room. This is crazy. Wow.
this airplane. Ladies
Listen, you guys figure it out, and I'll see you later.
and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to
Not
point
as
out
many
some of the
people.
safety
Maybe this is
features
just
of
this
this
is the set. I
airplane.
get it, but
Located in the
That's what
compartment
planes look
above you
like.
is an oxygen mask.
I don't see none.
In the event there is insufficient oxygen in the cabin, it will drop down automatically. Simply place the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally.
Would you sit down? You're supposed to be seated when the seatbelt sign
Let
is
me
on.
go. I want an oxygen mask.
Listen, there's an oxygen mask right up here and it drops down. Now sit down.
But what if it don't drop down? What if it gets stuck up there? I want me an oxygen mask.
For your safety and convenience.
people who are afraid of flying are always funny to me. You know, I've flown a few times. I don't travel a lot, but I've never been afraid to fly. Mainly because I've always known that you got a better chance of getting, in a car accident than you do on a plane. But I don't like the feeling of takeoff is fine. The first time I didn't like the feeling of taking off. I didn't like that feeling. But was I afraid that the plane was going to crash or had some sort of fear like that? I do have irrational fears, but flying has never been one of them. What about you guys? Do you guys ever have any fear, while you're on the flight, the turbulence, or do you, let me know in the comment section.
Please note the locations of the emergency doors and windows that are located throughout the plane. They are clearly marked.
Hey, we got an emergency window?
No, Pop. Emergency windows have emergency written on them.
Well, why don't we have an emergency window? If everybody else got an emergency window, I want an emergency window too. Hey, I want an emergency window and an oxygen mask. You want an emergency window too and an oxygen mask? Make that 2 emergency windows and an oxygen mask. That's what I want.
Please sit down and stop making trouble.
All right.
The plane is moving.
No kidding. Now just relax, Pop. Now the plane is just taxiing onto the runway so we can take off. Now just relax, all right?
Why do we have to take off? Why can't we just taxi right on into St. Louis?
We're already on here now, Pop, so just relax.
Listen, suppose I have a heart attack. Can I get out of here?
It's too late, Pop. We're already on the plane. Now just relax.
Oh, I ain't gonna make it.
Hey, would you stop that? Everybody on the plane is staring at us.
What the hell's wrong with you? Ain't never seen nobody have a heart attack before?
I don't know. Nobody on this plane, apparently, I know they're extras, has a sense of humor, because I'd be on that plane dying.
Hey, you can watch me have a heart attack. You want to do a movie?
Sir, are Are you all right?
Yeah, he's fine. You see, this is his first trip, and he's a little nervous. See, I'm going to St. Louis, and I'm taking my father with me.
Yeah, he's taking me to St. Louis to join my dead uncle.
Well, perhaps you'd like something to drink. What would you like?
I like a fifth of Ripple.
I beg your pardon?
We'll both have champagne.
Man, she's pretty.
Yeah, that's good. Champagne and Ripple. We'll mix them together. That's my favorite. I call it Champipple.
We'll just have champagne, thank you.
Well, here are your menus. And when I come back with your drinks, you can tell me what you'd like for your entree.
Oh, I don't need this, honey. I know what I want. Give me some neck bones and black-eyed peas, canned sweet potatoes, and some collard greens, and some peach cobbler, and a side of zucchini.
Hold on, man. This dude is crazy.
Back with your drinks, you can tell me what you'd like for your entree.
Oh, I don't need this, honey. I know what I want. Give me some neck bones and black-eyed peas, canned sweet potatoes, and some collard greens, and some peach cobbler, and a side of zucchini. And a bowl of gravy.
I'll explain it to him. Thank you very much.
Let me get some peanuts.
Onion gravy.
That suit is too big.
Pop, would you just relax? Now, look, there's a lot of nice things on the menu here, okay? Now, look at this. You got steak over here. You got lobster. You got Cantonese duck. A lot of nice things on here.
Look, this stuff costs so much, they don't even put the price beside it.
Lobster is overrated.
No, Pop, we fly in first class, man. We get our choice of any of this stuff for free. See, you don't get that in second class.
We can eat any of this stuff here free?
Our choice.
Then I won't be needing these. I won't be needing these chicken wings. There is chicken wings.
Would you put those things away?
No, maybe somebody can use them in second class.
Please, Pop, please.
Oh man, I remember they used to say, man, what are the things that set black people back? I don't subscribe to it, but I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and play along. But my man pulled some chicken wings out of a suit.
Then I won't be needing these. I won't be needing these chicken wings.
On national television.
There is chicken wings.
Would you put those things away?
No, maybe somebody can use them in second
Greasy
class.
bag.
Hey, anybody back here want to buy some chicken wings? Chicken wings, food.
I've never seen this. This is crazy. Fred's acting up.
Just sit down. I just hate to see some wings go to waste.
Please, just sit down here and behave yourself. Please, behave yourself.
You ain't my daddy, I'm your daddy. You don't tell me what to do.
Well, somebody's got to tell you what to do because you don't know how to act out in public.
Listen, you keep talking like that, I'll put my foot right here.
You know, somebody he should have gotten an award, not just Red Fox, but I forget his name, play Lamont Sanford. Somebody let me know in the comments of. I don't know how many takes they had to do, but for him to be able to keep a straight face with these jokes from Fred was crazy.
Well, somebody's got to tell you what to do because you don't know how to act out in public.
Listen, you keep talking like that, I'll put my foot right here. One thing this time, ain't it, Doc? That's why I called the hospital.
Well, I got here as fast as I could.
You know, you look kind of young to be a doctor. You sure you're a doctor?
No, I'm in residence, but I will be a doctor in 6 months.
He's always questioning someone's credentials, which is the smart thing to do, you know.
Well, I can't wait that long. You might as well go and finish examining me since you're in my residence.
Where do you feel the pain?
All up and down, Doc. Feel like an elephant standing on top of me. With them spiked golf shoes fixing to tee off. It's my heart, ain't it, Doc?
Mr. Sanford, relax. Your heart seems to be perfectly normal. In fact, I'd say that what you have is probably no more serious than the run-of-the-mill garden variety gastritis.
You know, one of the things that fascinate me is how so many people have spoken things into existence, like Tupac predicted he would die young, and there's been so many other cases of big people doing that. And one of the running jokes was him having a heart attack. And Della Reese, a good friend of, I think I saw a clip of her saying that, you know, he collapsed and everybody thought he was joking in real life. You know, I don't know if it was a heart attack, if that was the cause of death, but I know he dropped and everybody thought that was something he did all the time, where he would just play like he was having a heart attack even when he wasn't filming. But he was dead. He was dead. He was serious. But, you know, it's a clip worth looking up. But it's crazy, you know, every time he tells the joke about, you know, he's about to have a heart attack or he's coming to see, you know, see his wife, he's getting ready to die, that ongoing joke, if you've never seen the sitcom, I think about that. I think about how, you know, how he passed.
It's probably just something you ate. What did you have for lunch?
I didn't have no lunch. I got too sick to eat.
Did you have breakfast? What'd you have?
I had waffles and ham hocks and candied sweet potatoes and peach cobbler and collard greens.
Well, that's a very unusual breakfast. Man your age should start off the day with something.
Oh, man, my goodness, this dude is crazy.
Candied sweet potatoes and peach cobbler.
Hey, you know what's crazy? It sounds good to me, too.
Collard greens.
I'm not eating none of it, but it sounds good.
Well, that's a very unusual breakfast, Mr. Sanford. Man your age should start off the day with something lighter.
Well, I do. But see, it was the last of the 8-day-old collard greens, and I had to get rid of them because they were smelling up the house.
8-day-old. I love collard greens. 8 days? How long can collard greens stay in the refrigerator? Okay. Most food with me, if it's been cooked, gets 3 days max. Okay.
Man your age should
unless it's spaghetti.
Start off the day with something lighter.
Well, I do. But see, it was the last of the 8-day-old collard greens, and I had to get rid of them because they were smelling up the house.
It's disgusting.
8-day-old greens?
Collards.
Well, what you're suffering is severe gas pains and a bad case of indigestion.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you, Doc? I mean, you know, like some doctors won't tell their patient how bad off they are. And then, because they don't want to scare them. Then next thing you know, you go to sleep and wake up dead.
All you have is a very bad stomachache. Now, it should clear up by tomorrow, and you'll be your old self again.
Thanks a lot. Look, just come here a minute, Doc.
Yeah?
Would you like a glass of Ripple before you go?
What's that?
What's that? Oh, if you got to ask a question, you couldn't be one of us.
Nice.
I just thought maybe, you know, you might be trying to pass.
Wow, that's a crazy joke.
Hey, what's that ambulance over there?
Does the guy look biracial?
Something wrong with my father?
Oh, nothing serious. I'm Dr. Stewart. You're Mr. Sanford's son?
Yeah.
He just has a very bad case of gas and acute indigestion.
Oh.
Seems he ate some 8-day-old collard greens for breakfast, and they didn't agree with
8-day-old collard greens.
8-day-old collard greens wouldn't agree with Superman. I told him to get rid of them things. They had the whole house smelling like a pot liquor factory. And he ate them. That was stupid.
Well, look, in any case, he's really not in any mood to be chastised, so it might be a good idea to sort of just go easy on him.
Oh, don't worry. Look, there'll be no chastising. See, you got me at the right time. From here on in, there's going to be nothing but self-discipline in that house. Self-discipline and control. And I got the discipline to do it.
Oh, that's nice. Are you a Zen Buddhist?
No, I'm a double Libran Baptist.
Not sure what that means.
Well, anyway, he should just stay off his feet for the next day or two, at least till the stomach problem clears up. All he probably needs is just one big belch.
Well, is there anything I should do for him?
Just stand back. Goodbye.
Hey, Pop, how you feeling?
I'm a little sick.
Lamont is rarely nice.
Sick, son.
I know. I saw the doctor on the way in, and he told me.
He did? What did he tell you? It's bad, ain't it?
Oh, no. Why do you say that?
Why are you smiling at me like Bela Lugosi or something like that?
He's about to scare the hell out of you.
Well, can I smile at my own father?
Well, why are you starting today? It's serious, ain't it?
Look, Pop, if there was anything seriously wrong with you, now you know I'd tell you.
Sure you would. Just see me suffer.
I don't want to see you suffer. You're my father, and I love you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd have sympathy pains.
You mean to tell me you want me to be sick just because you're sick?
Yeah. I don't want to suffer all by myself.
What kind of stuff is that?
A family that's sick together sticks together.
You know, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. You know, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, Pop. And I'm not going to stand up here and...
Failed already.
I love it. Here, take it easy.
Here we go. Okay, welcome to Camp Freddy. All those going home in the red truck, fall in.
Come on, Pop. Now you got to get in the spirit, man. Now just take a look around at you. Look at those towering mountains. Look at those swaying trees.
Look at this babbling sun.
Pop, you got to try and appreciate nature a little bit like Joyce Kilmer.
Who is she?
She was a he.
Joyce was a he?
Yeah. He wrote trees.
Did they write back?
No, Pops, you don't understand. He wrote the poem Trees. You remember? I think I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast.
Sound like Joyce might have been a little...
Yeah, and then there was Thoreau, Pop.
Who?
Yeah, the writer Thoreau. See, he left his mark on the world.
Oh, yeah, the mark of Thoreau. Zip, zip, zip.
No. See, Henry David Thoreau, he lived in solitude for 7 years, and he wrote a poem about Walden Pond.
Big deal. My cousin Ernie lived in solitude for 7 years. He wrote a poem about San Quentin.
They all do.
Come on, Pop, stop being so negative, man. Now, we left home, we both agreed that
We didn't agree on nothing. That was you. You insisted that we get away so we have a chance to talk together like father and son before you got married.
Yeah, that's right.
These last few skits, this is my first time seeing all three of them. I thought I had seen a lot of Sanford and Son. Apparently, I haven't.
Okay, here's some father and son talk.
Okay.
Get your father out of these woods!
Pop, come on now. The least you can do is help me unload the stuff from the truck.
If that's the least I can do, I'll do it.
Perfect campsite here. Even got a fireplace.
I don't about to care about it.
Here's your sleeping bag.
Where's the box spring and the mattress?
No, Pop, listen, you're gonna love sleeping on the ground in this sleeping bag close to nature.
Speaking of nature, where's the outhouse?
Anywhere you want it to be.
I want it to be in the bathroom.
No, see, you don't understand. You're in the woods now, Pop, and you gotta live like animals. See, animals don't use bathrooms.
Well, I do. I'm not forest broken.
Hey, wait a minute. Who put this in here?
I put it in there. Give it here.
For what?
This is my snake bite kit. See, if a snake bites me this weekend, I'm gonna lay this upside your copperhead and rattle it. Get that?
You know, some people think that camping is just pretending to be homeless. You know, I've never really been camping since I was like maybe a teenager or so. But you know, I see the beauty in it.
A tent. Can't live in no tent. I can't sleep in. I gotta have something more comfortable and roomy.
Pop, the thrill of camping is learning to overcome Mother Nature's little challenges.
Right.
Now look, you read me the instructions, and I'll set up the tent.
You know, my favorite shows are survival shows.
Okay.
You're gonna love it, Pop.
I know it. I'm beginning to love it now. Keep this tent away from the heat, animals, and the big dummy of the forest.
Pop, just read what the instructions say, please.
Okay. If you follow these instructions carefully, even a small child can assemble this tent.
Uh-oh.
Step 1, drive to Watts and get a small child. I'll see.
Come on, man. There. You see, Pop? An hour of hard work is paid off. The tent looks terrific.
You know, son, it doesn't look too bad.
No. I told you, Pop. Now, once we get everything set up, we're going to have a ball out here camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go inside and check it out.
Yeah, son, you going in there and I'll come in later.
Hey, Pop, you know, it's really great in here.
Is it warm?
Would you get in here?
Well, okay, I'll try to look at it.
Now, look at this.
Wait a minute. Hey, this is really nice.
Isn't this nice?
It's great. It's
I
really
thought
great.
so.
We had some fun in here.
Yeah.
What do you do? You think?
I wonder what season that one was, because the reason why I say that is this particular skit was, while it was entertaining, wasn't as sharp as the other ones, you know, but still, I'm like, maybe it's earlier seasons or later. I don't know, but overall, really funny. Sanford and Son, to me, one of the funniest sitcoms of all time. It makes it. You guys let me know, what were your favorite shows that just had you dying, laughing? Let me know in the comments section below. Like the video. If you like this type of content, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Peace.
Yeah! Look what I have created!